All right, let's talk about something that affects every single one of us, your money. Specifically, when you put your hard-earned cash in the bank, who's really in control? We're about to dig in and challenge some of the things you probably take for granted about how safe your money really is.
So let's just start with a really big, provocative question. You might think the answer is obvious, but is the money in your bank account truly yours? The answer, as you're about to see, is a lot more complicated and, frankly, a little more shocking than you might think. Okay, first things first. Let's strip away all the assumptions and look at the cold, hard legal reality. What does the law actually say happens to your money the second it hits your bank account?
Now, this is where it gets wild. This little piece of text is from the Italian Civil Code, but this principle is the foundation of banking everywhere. Read it closely. The bank acquires ownership of your money. Their only obligation is to give you back the same amount, not the exact same dollars you put in. So think about that. It's not your property anymore. It's technically a loan that you've given to the bank.
So, if the bank legally owns your deposit, that's not just some technicality for lawyers to argue about. Oh no, it actually opens the door to some pretty serious hidden risks that go way beyond the fine print on your account statement.
You've probably heard of deposit insurance, right? In the EU, this is the magic number. Your money is supposedly protected up to 100,000 euros. Sounds pretty safe, doesn't it? But what if you have more than that saved up? Or what happens if a financial crisis is so big that even this guarantee isn't enough?
Well, this is what happens. It's called the bail-in directive, and it means exactly what it sounds like. If a bank is about to collapse, it is legally allowed to use your money, anything over that 100,000 euro limit, to save itself. So instead of taxpayers bailing the bank out, the depositors, that's you, bail the bank in.
And what about that fund that's supposed to protect your first 100,000? Here's the other shoe dropping. These guarantee funds are often just a drop in the bucket compared to the massive amount of deposits they're supposed to cover. In a really bad crisis, that safety net we all believe in might have some pretty massive holes in it.
Okay, so knowing all these risks, what do? This is where we pivot from just identifying the problem to actually searching for a solution. It's about taking back control and figuring out what it means to truly own your own assets.
This quote from Martin Luther King Jr. just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? This isn't about blaming anyone for how the banking system is set up. It's about looking at the reality of the situation and then deciding what you're going to do about it. It really is a call to take some personal responsibility.
Let's just go back to basics. What is property? The actual definition is the right to fully and exclusively enjoy and get rid of something. Now, when you hold that up against a bank deposit, you can see the problem, right? You don't have full and exclusive control. The bank does. And so, this search for real, true ownership leads us to an alternative, something that operates on a totally different set of rules. Let's talk about Bitcoin, what a lot of people are calling digital gold.
This chart just makes the difference so clear. On one side, you have fiat currency. Euros, dollars, the stuff we use every day. They can print an unlimited amount of it, which means it's designed to lose value over time, and it's all controlled by central banks and governments. On the other side, you have Bitcoin. There's a finite supply. It's designed to be deflationary, and nobody is in control. It's a completely different way of thinking about money.
These are the key features that its supporters say fix all the problems we just talked about. It's decentralized, so no one can just freeze your funds. It's secured by math, not by trusting a company. And because it's finite, they can't just decide to print more and devalue your savings. The argument is that this is property you can finally, truly own and control yourself.
Michael Saylor, who's a huge investor in this space, puts it pretty boldly. He sees Bitcoin not just as an asset, but as a brand new kind of global financial system, one that doesn't have the gatekeepers and the weak spots of the old one.
Now look, this isn't just a cool theory or some abstract idea. We have to look at the data, because the performance of this new kind of asset has been, well, nothing short of incredible.
Just take a look at these average annual returns since 2011. I mean, the NASDAQ has had a fantastic run, over 18%. Gold's done its job at almost 7%. And then you have Bitcoin with an average of over 132%. It's not even in the same league. Now, of course, past performance doesn't guarantee future results, but you just can't ignore that history. A big reason for that performance is this unique thing baked right into Bitcoin's code called the halving. About every 4 years, the amount of new Bitcoin being created gets cut in half, forever. It creates a massive supply shock, and as you can see, after every single halving so far,
The price has responded in a pretty dramatic way.
So, let's bring this all home. When you put all the pieces together, you're left with a fundamental choice. And this isn't me giving you investment advice, not at all. This is about understanding the different options you have for your own financial freedom and control.
I love this quote from Michael Saylor because it captures the whole mindset. The idea isn't to try and time the market and get rich quick. It's to understand the fundamental reasons to own the asset, get your position, and then just have the patience to wait.
And that really leaves us with this one last question for you to chew on. When it comes down to your money and your future, what do you value more? Do you choose to place your trust in a system with all its rules and, as we've seen, its hidden risks? Or do you choose to take direct, absolute, verifiable control of your own property? It's a choice that really defines the new frontier of personal finance. Thanks for watching.